Hello, and welcome to the Academic Book Review community. This is a new initiative we would like to introduce to you at Nord Media Network. Nord Media Network is a digital platform for Nordic media researchers run by Nordicom. At Nord Media Network, we want to connect researchers and strengthen Nordic media research. This new venture on book reviews is responding to this call and will be part of Nord Media Network's community work. I'm Maarit Jaakkola, co-director of Nordicom and editor-in-chief of Nord Media Network. I'm also the book review editor of the scientific media and communication research journal Nordicom Review.
And I'm Kristen Clay, manuscript editor at Nordicom. I handle all English language manuscripts that come through, including our two journals, Nordicom Review and Nordic Journal of Media Studies, and all the anthologies and monographs from submission to publication.
The academic book review community is an attempt to refresh the book review genre with a vision of improving the quality of the reviews themselves, but also providing a community of support for the authors. We want to provide scholars with support throughout the whole process, from choosing a book to review and requesting a review copy, to getting feedback for improving the review text, to finding a journal to publish it. We have already begun the process of curating materials and resources for book review authors. For example, a list of book publishers, literature about writing book reviews, and exercises. Staying up to date with newly published academic literature is an integral part of academic intellectual work. Every researcher does so constantly. However, reviewing is not often part of the daily or regular work of scholars. Scholars typically follow a large body of new research, but quite few are committed to writing reviews.
This is a sentiment we've heard echoed by journal publishers and book reviewers, book editors too, as we've worked on building our community. Reviewers are just really hard to find. I received an email the other day from an editor at Nordic Academic Press, and she wrote that sometimes they feel like they send out review copies of books into a big black hole, and reviews can be frighteningly scarce.
Yes, and this could be for a number of reasons. First, writing a book review is time-consuming, beginning from the arrangements of requesting a review copy, as I said, from the book publisher, then waiting for it to arrive, if it's a print copy, of course, reading it, the most typically in your leisure time, along with all other duties, and finally putting your assessment into words. So it's far from a simple task, especially as your words are probably affecting a colleague's career or reputation. Second, book review is a genre that's not typically taught in doctoral programs. PhD education is very focused on writing original articles, abstracts, conference papers. Scholars are less familiar with the review genre and perhaps don't have any routines for that.
Exactly. The book review is typically a genre that appears less appreciated in the academic skills framework and genre hierarchy. Beyond the original research articles, it may not be as meriting to write a book review as it is to do outreach work, like a popularizing essay, a letter to the editor, or a blog post. We can even notice that many distinguished world-class scholars may not even mention a book review in their list of publications, or they only have a couple.
Yeah, that's true. And a fourth reason, I personally think that the peer review more or less fulfills the same functions than the published academic book review. It contributes to reflection of or upon new research. For an individual researcher, it may be or feel more rewarding to do an evaluation of a new piece of work as a peer review before its publication, and to be able to affect the decisions made in an article or a manuscript before it will be published, to be behind the scenes in a way. So because of all these reasons, I can understand why it's difficult to find book reviewers.
Exactly, which is why we want to highlight the book review genre and explore how we can foster it and grow it. So, in the next few weeks, we will have a series of webinars that cast light on the different perspectives of book reviews, from the journals to the book publishers and to the reviewers. So, we will start with the first webinar with the journal editor's perspective, what a book review editor does, and what they think it's important for authors to know about writing and publishing a book review in a journal. The second webinar will be with a representative from a book publishing house who will join us and discuss from a book publisher's perspective when they send out the copies into the black hole. And lastly, we will have a senior scholar give the perspective of an author who has written many reviews and perhaps loves the book review. So we will record all these webinars, including the question and answer sessions that we'll have afterwards, and then we'll have them available for viewing online at all times. So this way they also become part of our resources for authors.
Yes, exactly. The idea is that the academic book review community will become an online resource to support especially junior, but maybe even mid-career scholars in their reviewing processes. And everyone interested can join. Everyone will receive the support of peer feedback and a time schedule if they want it.
So please join us live for our webinars if you can, and come with questions. And also don't forget that they will be online for watching afterwards. The more participants we have, the more dynamic and useful the community will be. If you don't know anything about book reviews, or if you've written 20, please come. If you have experience, we will utilize it and give you the chance to share your wisdom. And if you need experience, we'll give you the opportunity to enter the field and get your first review written with help and support along the way.
So let's renew the review.
Yes.